Clearly articulate your expectations, because if they don't know what you want them to do, then your team will never get to where you want to go. One of the things I always tell people, because I hear a lot of schools when I go to them, they said, we met every standard last year. We're so proud we met every standard. And my soldiers would do the same thing. Hey, I made the standards for the PT test. And I would tell them, congratulations on being a C student. If you're meeting the standards, you're meeting the absolute minimum we're expecting you to do. You know, if you are meeting the standards, you are not setting your goals high enough. And one of the things that I do find in school systems across the Southeast is I have had superintendents and administrators in the last 2 weeks tell me, when I talk to them about high-tech jobs and how we can create high-tech jobs, I've had superintendents tell me, I don't think our students can do that. And I tell them, you are not setting your sights high enough. I had one school where they said, we're going to talk about, with our tech money, we're going to build a little small factory, and we're going to teach the students how to work the factory things that are going in there. And I said, you know, if you're doing that, you're teaching them to take minimum wage jobs. If you're teaching them how to work in a factory, you're going to teach them to have minimum wage jobs. What you should be teaching them is how to design the machines that go in the factory, or how to design the factory, or how to run the factory, how to be the boss. Those are the kind of things that you need to do for the jobs of the future, not people who stand on the line and press a button and make something. You know, look at how can you do this. So set your standards higher. In our unit, we didn't have 100% of 100% people on the PT test, but we were pretty close. We had those that could not quite make it, and I just use the PT test as a simple example, but if they didn't make it, we didn't talk bad them or do things to them. We just looked at how can we help them get there. You know, set your standards high. Look at the ones who don't quite make it, and then figure out a plan to help them get to where you want them to go. But if they don't know where you want them to hit, if they don't know the mark of where you want them to go, then they're never going to get to where you want them to go.